and a nonprofit management certificate, and is completing her PsyD in marital and family therapy. Heather is the director of the Center for Muslim Mental Health and Islamic Psychology at the University of Southern California. She is also the managing director of HRL Consulting LLC and hosts the Muslims and Mental Health series on YouTube. Currently, Heather is an adjunct professor for the Chicago School in both the public health and the marital and family therapy departments. Heather has received numerous awards for her scholarship and community engagement. She was a 2015-2016 AAMFT Doctoral Fellow of the Minority Fellowship Program and a 2016-2017 Albert Schweitzer Fellow. She has also been awarded the 2014-2015 Global Psychology Scholars and Startups Award and the 2016 Community Partnerships Award from the Chicago School. Heather serves on the 211 committee for the Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti's office and works with the mayor's office on their Safe Spaces program. She is an active member of the community, serving on the committee for the Department of Mental Health in Los Angeles County and the board of the American Muslim Fund. Please join me in welcoming Heather Laird to the podium.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, President Nealon, deans, faculty, distinguished guests, family members, friends, and my fellow students. Graduating class of 2017, I stand before you today humbled and honored to speak to you about reaching the end of this journey and the lessons we've learned while at the Chicago School. First, diversity is important. Everyone you encounter and every experience you have is either an example of what to do or a warning against what not to do. Seeing others and seeing the other is a part of our training that has prepared us as professionals. At TCS, we have lived diversity in our core faculty as well as our fellow students. Learning cultural humility is the first step to cultural competency. We must rise boldly and fearlessly to this task. In our profession, we must embody this, for we are asking people to trust us with their most vulnerable parts, their hearts, their minds, and sometimes their darkest spaces. While much of the world struggles with recognizing and embracing the other, we must be adequate to this challenge. Our training here has prepared us to step into this responsibility, whether advocating for public health, treating individuals, couples, or families, helping law enforcement, or businesses. Second, I learned to be grateful for the mentorship, guidance, and support that sometimes came from the most unsuspecting places. My first mentor was my grandmother. She started her life as a young person struggling with polio. She overcame this and graduated from high school with a full scholarship to college in a time when women were not receiving support for higher education. She was the daughter of the American Revolution. She chose to pursue her dream of marrying her high school sweetheart and raising a family instead of pursuing her dream of higher education. From the time she helped me publish my first poem in the county newspaper in the 3rd grade, I remember education as something that she discussed with me often and more frequently as I got older. She lived long enough to see me earn my undergraduate degree, but not long enough to see me earn my graduate degrees. I'm sure becoming a doctor might have exceeded her expectations, but her voice and dreams were with me as I reached for my own, and I believe she is here with me today in spirit. I have continued to have other mentors along this journey. Some are here today sitting on this stage, and I'm grateful to all of them for their role in helping me become the scholar, the clinician, and the community member that I am. I encourage you to surround yourself with the dreamers, the doers, the thinkers, and the believers. And most of all, surround yourself with those who see greatness in you, even when you don't see it in yourself. Often in higher education, we hear our peers bemoan the burdens of work and life. Sometimes there are advantages to this. Most seeds are buried too, and by being in this state, they receive the nutrients and the right conditions to grow and pierce through the earth, transforming into something new and beautiful. Our classes at TCS are the soil and nutrients in which we have been buried. And by being buried in them, we too have grown and broken new earth. This has allowed us to reach new spaces and new heights. It has taught us that sometimes the sun is most rewarding after the darkness. Ibn al-Ta'allah, a 14th century Egyptian scholar, wrote, "Bury your ego in the earth, for whatever sprouts forth without being first buried will not complete its fruition." To our family members, friends, and fellow travelers, may you draw inspiration from what you see here today. If you have considered advancing your own education, I encourage you to do so. I completed my doctoral degree as a non-traditional student with a pocket full of dreams, and it was well worth it. I will leave this part of the journey believing I have gained much more than I have given because of the people before me who have shared so much of themselves and allowed me to step into my better self. I leave today completing not only my dreams, but the dreams of my grandmother, who did not get the choice to both have her education and raise her family. I am grateful to TCS to live in a time that has allowed women to have choices that our grandmothers did not. This is what happens when you grow exponentially and when you can reach the depths of self that leads to transformation so that you can help and serve others. Sometimes service includes joining people in their struggles until they are strong enough to journey alone. We stand with people and up for people who cannot always stand on their own. Like a non-local reality, we are two particles. Once in contact, we can be separated and yet interact even at great distances. Congratulations on completing not only your academic education, but an education that's not in any books, the one that is in the artistry of healing, awareness, and growth to a better and more authentic self. Ralph Waldo Emerson wrote, "What lies behind us and what lies before us are tiny matters compared to what lies within us." Class of 2017, this was not an easy task. You persevered and made it. May your paths be full of joy, light, and love for the work you put forth. May you never forget that at the end of the day, although we came to TCS to earn a degree that serves us, we leave with the ability to serve others. Congratulations.